Hello, 1212. This is just to tell you how the Earth began. Many people think that the Earth began with the Big Bang. That is not so, because we have too much water and our Earth at one time was all one piece. So we must think of it in a different way. First of all, in the beginning, there was a large ball like the Sun. As it spread up through space, large lumps of globule of molten rock came off it, which formed the stars, our Sun, and other planets. Also, there was another large ball like an ice ball, and at the same time this one was in front of the large one like the Sun. And at some stage a large lump of ice came off, and as the hot molten globule like the Sun was speeding through space, it smashed into it. As it smashed into it, it knocked another piece off which formed our moon. As it smashed into it, it started to melt. All the steam that came off formed our atmosphere, which was 4 miles high. The large lump of ice that was embedded into it then knocked it all to one side, which formed the mountains and the Himalayas and everything else like that, and the other mountain ranges around the world. As the large lump of ice embedded into it, it starts to turn. As it starts to turn like the Earth is spinning round, the centrifugal force starts to crack it open. As it starts to crack open, the ice starts to melt. What happens? All the germs that are in the ice, they start to warm up and they form animal, plants, and what we know today. Now, at some stage, as the Earth is turning, it will reach equilibrium. And that is the time when it can be very dangerous, because we have to make sure that the volcanoes are still active to let out all the molten rock, to allow all the gases to escape. Now, we're not looking after our world, we are actually destroying it. There's no future for the future generations, for our future children. We have to plant more trees, we have to look after more crops, we have to stop building, and we have to also stop too many people having children. We have to start limiting these things for the future of this world. If not, there won't be a world to see any future, and our children will actually be suffering from what we're doing. We are polluting this world too much. We are not looking after the sea, we're not looking after land, and we're most certainly not looking after the air, which is only 4 miles high. This is all polluted because of man, all because of our greed of money. And money is the thing we need to buy the things we don't need. And like I said, we're passing through this earth, we're here to look after it. It's not ours to keep on grabbing and taking. We must give something back. Our seas, they're all overfished. The fish are coming out the sea with 2 eyes and deformed. Our animals on the land are suffering from diseases which we're eating. It goes back into our bodies. What on earth are we doing with this planet? We really need to start cleaning up all the rubbish around the streets and the filth that we are all putting down. We are not looking after this planet. And I mean you. Yes, you, the one who's listening to this planet. You are one of the people who are destroying this planet. And you're not helping it by spreading out the word that this planet has got to be looked after. All the leaders of the world, not one of them is any good. You take round the world, you take the Philippines with the corruption, you take Africa with the corruption, you take Russia with the corruption, you take England with the corruption. Africa is a terrible place for corruption, just not helping the people. The breadbasket of Africa, Zimbabwe, is in a disgraceful condition. All the leaders, the Chinese, everybody, North Koreans, Americans, South Americans, what on earth are you all thinking? You're all coming to different countries which you think you're going to make a lot of money, and actual fact is about the same. Remember, the grass is always green the other side of the fence, but we is not there. It is not there. So like I said, just remember how this world began, pass it on, and I look forward to your comments.